Oh my gosh. The young Borash here with Kurt Angle.
All of a sudden, I had a real problem with people holding mics in their hands. So if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to do this one solo.
Okay.
So Kurt
Conrad?
Angle just lit a promo photo on fire.
Okay. And get ready to do a commercial. Ready?
All right.
Get it. Go.
Tune in next week. Tony and I will be talking about Monday Nitro from March of 99 with Bret Hart and Goldberg. Should be real sporty, cut. Should be real nifty, cut. Tap in, cut. No jumper, cut. How did I do?
It's great. Give me a time code.
122.44. 122.47.
Got it. We're
Watching a Kurt Angle package.
And he said, I want to give you this to remind you of who you are. When the match was over, you could have walked away the winner, but you came back and you dropped this on my chest and you spit on it. Mr. Anderson, I'm going to make you suffer. I'll see you in hell.
Let me get this straight. I'm supposed to feel sorry because I spit on some metal.
You know, Mr. Anderson's treatment, it has taken disrespect and dishonor to a whole new level.
This, on the other hand, is pretty amusing.
Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
You had to wonder how long Kurt Angle was going to put up with this crap. And playtime has turned into payback time for Kurt Angle. The Angle slam on Kurt. Oh! Anderson taking that warrior medal, this latest attempt by Mr. Anderson to show his scorn for Kurt Angle. This is disgraceful.
I brought a few of my closest friends out here with me tonight. These are the men and women, Mr. Anderson, who are willing to stand up, fight for, and even die for people like you and me. And as a proud American, it is my duty to protect and serve these soldiers with
Anderson tossed into the ring by Angle. Whoa, he just backed into a wall. Known as the U.S. Army Olympic gold medalist, he tasted sweet revenge.
I see that little hunk of garbage around your neck as nothing more than a utensil to carve you up, man. Kurt, this is just a very small example of what you have in store for you. This Sunday.
Out who gets the last word. Destination X.
You rank Kurt Angle. You missed most of his career, though, didn't you?
I missed all of his career. The only thing I've seen of Kurt Angle was back in a podcast you and I did maybe a year ago where we saw the match against Shane McMahon.
Oh, well, that was just a spectacle.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not saying he's got his best opponent here. Mr. Kennedy was a character, and I wish that you could have seen his rise in the WWF. But this is not Kurt Angle's best match. Meltzer would say, by no means a bad match, but not an Angle quality pay-per-view match. It seems like they're trying to stall early because they were going longer than they wanted. This was supposed to be a big grudge match with all the emotional angles, but they opened the match with Angle daring Anderson to put him in a headlock. He'd do it, and Angle would throw him off, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think you could argue, I don't know that you get a ton of pushback, that Kurt Angle's probably top 5 all time in the ring. Like, I think you could go with, hey, it's Rick and Shawn,
right,
and Brett,
right,
and Angle. I don't know who the other one would be, but I think that's that might be the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. Like, you know, ding, ding, ding. Let's go have a good match.
Yeah. Wyndham's in that conversation. At least if you go to top 10, being able to work.
Here's my thing on Wyndham. I think it was too short of a window. I think Wyndham was probably the man from 84 to 88.
Yeah.
But Sean did it longer. Brett did it long. Man, what an entrance.
Yeah.
Watching Kurt Angle come up like that, he looked like the fucking Terminator. By the way,
Yeah.
Kurt Angle show, Rockin' and Rollin' just had your boy, Chris Jericho on.
Wow.
And Kurt at the end of the show said he thought it was the best podcast he'd ever done.
Good.
Great guest. Go out of your way to check it out. Kurt Angle talking to Chris Jericho on the Kurt Angle show. And you know, his wife's got a podcast now too, The Wives of Wrestling.
Right.
I think this week they've got Reby on. So Matt Hardy's wife will be on talking with Kurt Angle's wife and Randy Orton's wife, and maybe something our wives could dig.
What's the story of the dog tag? Is that Wounded Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen much of Kurt Angle, but it's you ever notice when they take that wide shot they changed that last wide shot, it was yellow. So they changed the video on that. Anyway, not all amateur stars of Kurt's ilk have been able to make the transition, have they?
No.
Says a lot about what he can do, man.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. You know, I only met him one time, and that was at the Top Guy weekend last year. That was the first time I met him.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
I saw him backstage from a distance at a WWE event when Arn Anderson invited me to come back when they were here in Atlanta, but I didn't get to talk to him. But yeah, I've never really spent much time with Kurt. By the way, we got a Top Guy weekend in the works.
Yes, we do.
All right.
We'll talk about it on our next little conference call. But yeah, I think we'll be making an announcement maybe a couple weeks after WrestleMania.
Okay, cool. Because there's a lot of my friends on Patreon who are low-key big hogs who have been asking me about it. And I said, just keep listening. It'll be coming up soon.
Yep.
Because we get together every Friday night for a Rampage watch-along on Patreon/WHW.
When I tell you what the plan is, you're gonna shit your pants.
Oh, man, I love shitting my pants. Okay. Keep it sporty. Keep it nifty.
I love shitting my pants, Cut. Tap into shitting your pants on Hood. On Hood.
What is he saying? Cuh, like in cuz?
Yes.
Okay, cuz. Okay.
But just C-U-H. Tap in, Cut. Sporty Grill.
On Hood.
Why is it so funny? I'm glad that you like it as much as me.
Oh, man. That slayed me, buddy.
Here's that spot we're talking about. No, put me in the headlock. Here you go. Put me in. By the way, if somebody ever offers that, they're going to fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
As a rule of thumb, if someone's like, hey, do this move to me. Come on.
Yeah.
No. Don't do that.
Here's a little advice, too. Kurt Angle can still fuck you up. Okay? He's not the Kurt Angle that first started in the WWE that won the Olympic gold medal, but he can still fuck you up. Shooters like that, it's like back even when Harley Race was out of the business or was not wrestling, he could still fuck you up. They knew how to do it. Gene Anderson was one of the best. Gene Anderson was old, out of the business, had high blood pressure, but he could fucking grab you and you'd squeal. Because I know he grabbed me many times. Bet you Rick Steiner's like that too, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so if Kurt Angle today would say, here, grab a headlock and smile at me like he's doing right now, I could say, nope. Not me, dude. Old shooters. Toughest guys in the business. And I think he would rank, really. He's one of the toughest in the business, right?
Oh, without question.
Yeah, I mean, look, those guys who had amateur backgrounds, and I mean, even Cody's won. Now, Cody didn't wrestle in college, although he was going to go to Penn State. But yeah, man, those guys who were these collegiate and Olympic wrestlers, don't fuck with them.
I agree totally. I think that's one of the things that, you know, people forget about Cody is what a high school wrestler he was. And I realize there's difference between high school and college, but
Right.
state champ.
Yeah. Lost like one match in his last 2 years or something like that.
Yep.
And the one match he lost, he ended up beating the kid in the state championship finals.
Yep. He avenged it on the biggest possible stage. But I think people they don't think of Dolph Ziggler that way either. But Dolph Ziggler, he can tie your ass up in knots.
Yeah, right. And those guys I really have a lot of respect for. I do, because when it comes down to it and you're in a match and you're working a match like that, right?
Yep.
Here I am watching a match thinking, you know, if he really wanted to, this match would be over. If he really wanted to. There'd be nothing that Mr. Anderson could do.
No.
I mean, it's just like, it's like, okay, you're on the mat. I'm going to grab here. I'm going to grab here. And you're going to tap out. Okay. When I want you to. It's just like, but yeah, I'm really sorry I missed. And you know what? I've been watching a lot of Scott Hall stuff recently. I'm gonna take my time to watch some Kurt Angle, because I like to go back and watch. I think we talked about this before. Since my return to wrestling, and since you got me interested in so many different things, I like to go back and watch just matches, not entire pay-per-views. You know, somebody says, "Hey, you got to watch the Hardy Boys against Edge and Christian, the cage match in Cleveland, No Mercy or whatever." If I got
so
that
good.
right. Yeah, it was like, wow. I like going back and watching matches like that. So I'll go back and watch some more Kurt Angle. Because how many years he spent in the WWE now? He won he was an Olympic champion in 96, I think, here in Atlanta.
That's right.
So when did he get into wrestling after that? How long did it take him to get into pro wrestling? Was it immediately after?
They tried to recruit him immediately after, but he didn't have it didn't work out because he told Bruce Pritchard, "Well, I can't lose." And so they were like, "Okay, see you later."
Right.
He went and tried to do some other stuff, and then he came back around, and they gave him an opportunity, but for much less money. But he had the best rookie year in the history of wrestling.
Wow.
Ever. Here's what I mean. He won the Intercontinental title. He won the European title. He won King of the Ring. He won the world title. Rookie year. First year. Isn't that crazy?
Do you know why he did?
He's the fucking best.
Yes, there's another reason too.
Why?
Everybody backstage is afraid that he'll stretch him.
Oh, God.
Okay, you got it. You want to become Intercontinental Champion? You got it. Yes, sir.
I think he was with WWE like 7 years. He spent more time with TNA, actually.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
But his legendary status was WWE, right? I mean, that's what put him on the map, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
That rookie year obviously put him on the map.
Didn't hurt.
And what year was that again? Okay. We're talking
2000.
2000. Okay.
So, when he's doing all this, he's doing this when The Undertaker's there.
Okay.
When Triple H is there.
Right.
When The Rock is there. When Stone Cold's there.
Sure. Big time stars.
And there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fucking machine, man.
Yeah. And obviously throughout his career, he has had a lot of injuries, as most wrestlers have had. I like that. They tried to recruit him as an Olympian. You know, I can't lose. That's funny.
He just didn't understand.
Yeah, of course he did.
But you know, he grew up in a deal where wrestling was
Yeah.
I don't know. This was viewed as not real, not serious entertainment. I mean, this is for kids. This is because he was an amateur wrestler.
Yeah, right. I get that.
But then when he really understood it, god dang, he took to it like a fish to water.
I think back in the day, wow. I think back in the day, and I'm talking about even before Kurt Angle,
Yeah.
there were probably, it's probably changed today, but you're talking about big time collegiate wrestlers who go on and perform in the Olympics. Take a look at it, pro wrestling as being beneath them.
Mm.
Does that make any sense to you? Now, I'm thinking back in the day, but probably now, because of the impact that wrestling has had on kids, probably kids who are amateur wrestlers today are thinking, maybe I could go in pro and make some money. But I'm thinking back in the day, that was not the case. Let's do a time check here. Give me what you got.
I'm at 2:08:57. Tap in. 2:08:59. Tap in. 2:09:02. Tap in. Speaking of tap, how about we're saying all that during a Kurt Angle match?
Yeah. Great false finish, man. Great false finish. Anyway, I just have a feeling that for most amateur wrestlers back in the day, and what I'm saying is let's say back in the 60s and 70s, many of them thought, you know what? I don't want to, that's making fun of my sport. Look at this shit, man. Look how easy he gets him over. I don't think he needed to help Kurt to get up and over.
No.
I think he could just deadlift you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to go over whether you want to or not.
Joe Rogan used to have this bit about Brock Lesnar. This is back when Brock was in the UFC.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Kurt Angle is probably a lot like that. Like, if you have a disagreement, it's going to go his way.
Exactly. And right here, this ankle lock.
Yeah.
There's no getting out of that. Wow. Good flatliner. You know what? This is not a bad match.
Nope. 2.5 stars. And then we've still got the world title coming on next.
Yeah.
Flair's going to be here in his wheelchair too. So you're going to have fun with that.
Oh boy. What was the angle that got it? Well, we'll talk about it when we see him. I like how they don't change the mat covers.
I mean, that is cool that they left it the whole rest.
Yeah, that is cool. You know, we would have covered it up.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we have I don't know how many mat covers we bring. Obviously, after somebody bleeds, you want to. And that's another thing too, with the exception of Shannon Moore, you're not seeing much blood here, are you?
I want to mention in this era, there was a little byline in the Observer. Taz, Bubba Ray Dudley, Paul Heyman, and Tommy Dreamer all met on March 17th for dinner. The original reason wasn't business, but Taz and Bubba were trying to talk Dreamer and Heyman into coming in and doing an ECW invades TNA angle. Dreamer noted last week that he would be interested in going to TNA. Heyman has always said that he's not interested. What do you think about that?
If they would offer Heyman an all-you-can-eat buffet, he probably would have been interested, don't you think?
God, you're so mean.
No, I'm not mean. I was just trying to, I'm trying to make an observation here on this podcast where I make observations.
Oh, this is the observation podcast. I got it.
Yeah. At times. I wonder how much Paul ate that night at dinner.
You know, since I've been on the phone with you, I've ordered lunch. I'll be having a BLT salad today.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. You want to guess what's on a BLT salad?
Bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Oh, so you've had it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering how you would know what's in it.
It's just a salad with
Hey,
bacon on it.
did I forget to tell you that
You did.
I slapped Pond Water Dave?
Whoa. Was that at your party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slapped him several times.
Well, obviously, you're picking on little guys now.
No, he
one.
asked for it.
Okay. Would he walk up to you and say, "Would you please slap me, Conrad?"
Yes, kinda. That's a great accent, by the way.
Okay.
Look at this.
Well-
Is he gonna hit? He's having a change of. Oh, he did. Decided not to cheat.
Oh,
He's got the dog tag.
going for the trinket.
On 2 occasions, he's used the Warrior medal to, in his own words, carve up the head of Kurt Angle. And it looks like Mr. Anderson is going to do it again.
God almighty.
He took forever to do that.
Yeah, he did. I'm on camera.
Anyway, after I slapped him several times, he still didn't he couldn't get it together. So I wound up hitting him with a ring light.
Okay.
So that happened.
Was he obnoxiously drunk? Is that the reason you slapped him?
No, he was just saying stupid stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there we got blood. I said we don't have blood, but now we got blood.
I like the way you use your voice when you say blood like that.
Yeah. Blood. Blood. He's bleeding.
Shorty Grill.
Tap in. Keep it sporty. You know, people could be sick of us saying that.
Oh yeah, people are sick of it right now.
And here's the ankle lock, and that's the end of the show, boys. See? You only go grab the rope when he lets you. Really, really a good match, guys. Really a good match.
Pretty long. A little long for me. 17:36. The main event, though, going just under 15 minutes. It's AJ Styles and Abyss. And they're going to pull out a bunch of stops here. As you might imagine.
With Ric Flair and I guess Hogan, right?
Ric Flair in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Ric Flair in a wheelchair. Somebody asked me the other day, "Hey man, what's the key to getting an autograph from Ric Flair?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Just he does it every weekend. Just go there, stand in line, pay your money, boom, done." No, I mean like out there. Oh, you mean like in the wild? Yeah, in the wild. And you're looking for tips. Yeah. Like, how can I make it happen? Well, you could be a person with special needs.
Yeah, okay.
You could be an Army veteran wearing your full dress blues or what have you.
Uh-huh.
you could be a small child, or you could be a very attractive lady. But if you look like me, you're going to need to stand in line and have some cash.
Exactly.
He's cutting a promo here.
A real American. I tried to have a straight up match with you tonight.
Yeah, you're all hard.
And you had to resort to cheap tactics to get the victory. And now, well, these people right here think that you're going to go home tonight and lay your head down on your pillow and rest easy. I know, Kurt. You know, Kurt, that the only thing you're going to be doing tonight is laying in bed with your eyes open, staring at the ceiling. And the word that's going to keep going through your head over and over again is Anderson. Anderson.
I get they're trying to go for something here, but it ain't working for me.
No, it's not, because it's dragging on and on and on.
Yeah, not working for me.
Yeah. The match worked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think Kurt just looked at the camera and said, how much longer? Didn't he do that right after he spit? He said something.
This is a long segment. I'm ready for the main event, man. You haven't seen much Abyss stuff, have you?
No. And I've only seen the AJ Styles that we saw very briefly in WCW, and then some of his WWE stuff, but I haven't seen any of his TNA stuff.
Listen what old Yambag's saying.
Mr. Anderson, cheap tactics is what he says. The same thing that we've seen on 2 previous occasions from Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson feels like he was, beaten and bloodied and battered out of here, so he wanted to get the last word, and he did.
He got it. Taz, let's set the stage. Destination X main event. It's on deck. It's AJ Styles to defend the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against the Monster Abyss. We talked about it earlier. They have met in the past. But this Abyss that AJ's going to face tonight, nothing like the Abyss that he's met before.
I agree, and I know you said that earlier, but let's be fair and call a spade a spade.
Okay.
This is a different AJ Styles also. He's motivated. He's got Ric Flair behind him, working with him, getting that head right, getting that cocky attitude going. Let's face it, AJ Styles, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, he's living a dream, bro. He really is.
Couldn't agree with you more. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on deck. It's our Destination X main event. TNA World Heavyweight Championship, AJ Styles, Abyss, and it's next.